to sit right now. But I got to give you some height. I'm giving you some height right now, so you're caught on screen. And pulling out some cards for just in case they come up for fun during the chat. Oh my goodness. All right, we got some height. Some height here. There we go. That's better. It's not awesome, but it'll do. You're mic'd, and it's so small down in the corner. Look. Hi, I'm Shane. This is my buddy Shane. We already have one ghost viewer. How you doing?
Hey. Hi.
Hi, fellow traveler.
Yeah, I've been out in the woods, out past Keno, Oregon. Just spending time in the woods.
Very nice. Got to spend time in the woods, nature, and going within.
I mean, for real, because the stuff that's going on nowadays, you can't just. You have to get away from the boob tube. You know, it's way too depressing. Even I'm even getting sick of movies. You know.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
I went out today and I watched the best movie of all. It was awesome. Critters playing. You know, snow coming down, then sleet, then sunshine. Beautiful views of mountains. You know, streams.
That's
squirrels, deer.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Add a little running water, and I'm in. And I mean like a creek, not a faucet.
That is, yeah, running water is very soothing.
So Shane and I have been chit-chatting back and forth about the shift and what's really going on, because there's sort of no way for us to know at this point. We send videos back and forth about videos that we vibe with, we resonate with, and lately there's been some conflicting channels about the shift. And I really dig the whole QHHT thing. But even that can have discrepancies because it's the overall, it's the perception of the observer, even if it's their higher self. And so you can't even guarantee accuracy with that, just more so, right? And we're dealing with people's lives here. You know, we don't want people thinking that it's the end of the frickin' world next month, if it isn't. But it also could be, potentially, which I'm not going towards that. I'm just going to dangle it out there as a possibility. Because, hello, look at where we are and what we're going through. So that's not any weirder than anything else at this point. I pulled 3 cards while I was rambling. Sacral chakra, which is our grounding sexual part. Love begins and transformation. And I don't think we can transform positively without that love. What do you think, brother? It's my brother from another mother down there. Shane. So we have some really good talks about this. Usually better talks when someone has partaken.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I wanted to do. Exactly. I got some trouble playing guitar,
Yeah.
and I lost myself out there in the forest, and it was so amazing. And it's really good for everybody to get out and do that, because it will reset you, and so you won't be dragged down with the ultra magma negativity that's being thrown out there. Get away from all
Yeah, for sure. Grounding is
all the negative frequencies that are really trying to throw us off, you know. That's their plan, you know. They want to keep us in 3D so they can control us.
True that, my brother.
We don't want that. We're talking about also that really helped with the grounding, with all the strange, you know, symptoms and things and body aches I've been getting.
Yeah, ascension
in
symptoms.
Places that I don't ever, you know, it's like why does that hurt?
Yeah.
You know, and the videos we've been watching and the channels we've been channeling to, that's helped out quite a bit. But sometimes it's hard to decipher sometimes, but I got to get most of it, you know. But most people I talk to about this stuff, which is everybody, think I'm crazy.
Oh, really?
But aren't the
Really?
Oh, but aren't the best people are?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't have a vast audience, but I've been rambling about this for as long as I can remember. So I got a few people, not a lot at all. You and my girl Julie and my oldest friend Nancy are my main combos about this.
Julie and Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy is my oldest friend. She lived around the corner. I've known her since I was 6. So 44 years. And then Julie Duels is out in Dallas-Fort Worth area. I met her while I was on my soul walk, or my walkabout last year. And
that's so good. I'm glad you got some other people than me to talk to. I don't know. I put it out there, and everybody, I think they just are being polite because they don't want to call me crazy to my face. But I don't care, because, oh man, you know, it feels right? So it has to be right.
Because if
it felt bad at all, then it would be false. You know, you could just feel that everything is going to be right. I can anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
pull you up here better. Nope.
Oh yeah. You know, we're looking at a whole new reset for the world. I mean, if and when, well, you know, when it's not if it happens, but when it happens, and my vibration is high enough for a true, you know, 5D ascension, and maybe I'm already there. I don't know. I'm just trying to do things that, to get my vibration higher. For instance, I have tuned all my guitars to, you know,
440,
the heart frequency 528, because every time I play guitar, I want to be forking out love to the universe, you know, because that's what we got to do right now, people.
Yeah, I feel that.
Mm-hmm. That's what we got to do. It's the only alternative, really. I mean, things are so crazy that nothing's shocking, you know?
Oh, I know. Who would have thought we would have a pandemic in the days of soap and antiseptics?
Yeah, no kidding.
I think it's interesting. So many people that are absolutely convinced we still need to have inoculations are going back to when it first started, when we didn't really have antibacterial stuff. We didn't have soap. We didn't have the means to clean the way that we do now. And
Right.
we all know the people who can step outside of their fear. Everybody knows that mask is bullshit. there,
No,
there's places that are trying to get you to wear them at home now.
I mean, really, come on, and infringing what can only have 6 people over of your family members for Thanksgiving. Come on.
Did you see the meme? It was 6 for Thanksgiving or 30 for a funeral. Okay, on November 26th, I will be burying my pet turkey, and I will be providing beverages.
Oh my God!
Be holding a funeral for my pet turkey on November 26th. Hey, there's loopholes,
and I mean, if one of the neighbors really freaked out, that's all I can see. If there's a neighbor who's, because there's people out there who are absolutely
miserable and want to make people miserable
over there. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah, I know. It's possible. I was just kind of forewarning a buddy of mine about it. And she likes to have house parties. And I'm like, it's illegal now. So make sure you invite your neighbors so they don't tell on you.
My sister got it. Her household got it. And they don't throw house parties. In fact, they were doing a super excellent professional cleanliness job at their place to, quarantine, 6 feet apart, washing hands all the time, and their whole house got it. And of course they recovered pretty good. They're back to normal. But I'm not worried about it because the truth is going to come out soon. And I was getting really over anxious about when when it's going to happen.
We all are.
Because we all want evil to leave the planet as soon as possible. And so
where's Joe Rogan? Yeah.
And when it's all going to come down, but I think we're going to find out the truth about what's happening with the COVID thing that's going around that's got everybody absolutely living in that F word that is also a 4-letter word, ends in R. And so we must rid that away.
Demons be gone.
Expel you. We expel you.
I compel you to leave.
Get out, demons. Fear no more.
We need that Joe Rogan video. Demons be gone. Yeah. Be gone, demons.
The demons be gone. I love that one.
Leave the studio. Leave our galaxy. Leave our universe. Leave. This is authentic sage I got from a Native American woman. Wow.
Absolutely. All perfect. You gotta memorize.
I gotta memorize. Nonsense.
I staged my house and I put that on a loop and just had it playing all day.
I told you, I woke up one night and I felt a creepy crawler in my house. So I just started playing that and aiming it all around the room. And something worked. I don't know. I'm jelly. Partake.
I'm partaking.
Pass. Puff.
Well, I grew myself a partaking plant this year, and her name is Rona.
Rona? Yeah, the Rona.
Rona, and she produced very well all sorts of purple, orange, green, crystally flowers, and I like them.
Yeah.
And she's it was amazing. Oregon's fantastic that way. Everybody thinks that we're up here just burning cities and stuff, but it's not true.
Oh, yeah.
We're going, we need more critical thinkers. And if you have, something going on inside you where you think there's something more, then that's what you got to follow, because that is your heart's desire. And guess what? That's the secret of life. Who'd have thought? Woo!
Step outside of yourself while going inward. What?
Inward, yes. And I haven't gone inward as much as, I've done it, but not as much as lately, this last year, of course. And that's a blessing came out of the quarantine pandemic thing, really, going inward, figuring it out, becoming more aware,
totally,
more critical thinking, more getting in touch with your spiritual, cosmic entity that lives there in a crystal in your brain heart cell thing.
Now, that's one benefit to the matrix we've created here is within the polarity, there is always a positive and a negative. So, yeah, people got sent home, but there were people that had to work so much, they never saw their families. And does it benefit everyone? No, but everyone's never benefited simultaneously in this matrix. So let some people take a turn and have some family time, or save some money on that transit to and from, and take a beat and reflect and have time for hobbies and their pets and home cooked meals.
And don't go to Walmart anymore. Go support mom and pops and local businesses, because they'll barter with you if you think they're too expensive. Just say, hey, I'll mow your lawn if you knock them 10% off or whatever. They'll do it because, another lockdown is going to just, waste these businesses that have been working so hard for generations, and it's really sad, that part of it.
Yeah, yesterday Portland went under another 4-week freeze.
That's crazy. Yeah, Oregon got a lockdown thingy again.
Theirs is 2 weeks, but Portland's is 4.
Well, they're pretty bad. You're bad up there. You guys like to burn things. Gosh. Oh no, not everybody in Portland. There's a few politically charged individuals who are been working for the devil,
the man. I don't even know what to call it anymore, because at this point in my journey, I feel like everything we've been told is a lie. So who are we really worshiping, and who's really the bad guy is kind of up in the air at this point.
Well, yeah, exactly. But, at least we know if you just give it all to God and that's it, you're cool. You're golden, right? Become one with your God consciousness, which is everybody, which is all of us. The Bible's skewed us a little bit. Like there's some things in there that I really didn't agree with. But that was written by, Romans in the time of Constantine, and they made up their own thing. And
well,
I've had major
took it apart.
Arguments with my super religious family about this and stuff. And I was like, well, why isn't the Book of Mary Magdalene in there?
Yeah,
Why
the Book
can't
of
I
Thomas.
read that?
Mm-hmm.
We should be able to read that. If Jesus was an awesome dude, and I believe he was a totally awesome carpenter dude who preached the word of love.
Yeah, she wouldn't have been his right-hand person.
Why can't we see the Book of Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was the Dead Sea Scrolls.
They made her into the whore,
The Dead Sea Scrolls is what they had found. And that's what Constantine, he organized the Council of Nicaea, and then they removed 80% of the books, and that's what they created the Bible out of, were their selection. So
it's privately selected, and it's all based on fear, and it's really sad because the Bible is supposed to be a book of love, but that's the devil's thing. He likes to take the word of Creator God consciousness and everything, and blasphemize it. That's what he likes to do because he's a dickhead.
Again, with the names, though, I mean, we are trying to think of the devil as being some dude under a few, a mile of dirt who fucks with us in spirit out here. But Sata, Sata, pre-biblical was the bringer of the light. So
Lucifer?
what's really going on?
Lucifer was bringer of the light.
Also, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I heard that he just turned tail because he was, he was an archangel like Michael and those guys, Raphael and Uriel and stuff like that, and they were the Watchers, and they were on the same team, and God appointed them, and they decided to bust through the firmament.
Yeah, but Shane, that's the same people, the same selection of individuals that created Mary Magdalene be a whore.
Yeah.
So
you really got to, trust with your heart on who to trust, on what story, on what you feel is right, because it's like
strong like bull.
Those guys were isn't that what the first Bible says, is that the Watchers fell down from heaven, and it was Lucifer and about 200 other archangels that said, yeah, we want to go worship, we want to go hang out with these earthling chicks. They were pretty hot.
Create the Nephilim, create giants.
Yeah, and breed it with.
But we literally
created giants.
If the Bible is predominantly full of shit, how can we believe any book? Like, how do we know everything is not bullshit?
You had to give birth to a giant.
Yeah, well, they don't survive the births. They don't ever, any of them never survived the births. They knocked us up and we gave their offspring and then we blew up in the process. So they didn't care about us. They just cared about our tinies because we were tiny compared to them.
It said that Achilles was a demigod, had, mortal mother and Godfather. Godfather. No, you know what I mean.
The phoenix rising from the ashes of its demise. This is the old earth, and we will rise from the demise of the old paradigm and the old ways. We will rise.
So basically, all these archangels you're saying could be all on the same team, and it's a big scam to do it over and over and over again for earthlings, and we're just the slaves.
I didn't say that.
We're being because they're all working as double, quadruple, flip flop agents for the same team. And different teams, and fucking each other over, and doing good deals for each other. Fun.
Take another dab. Another hit. Yeah, I didn't say that. I said there's nothing, I can't believe anything anymore because everybody's supposed to be able to take stock in the Bible of all things. And we find out that that's like one of the biggest hoaxes of all. That's when the Friday the 13th that just passed, Constantine, who started the Council of Nicaea, was in charge of gathering a group of soldiers called the Knights Templar. He sent everybody out to destroy all the heretics that were still talking about truth and saying we are not the center of the universe and the earth is not flat, which I have no idea if it is or not. And all this other stuff. And then on Friday the 13th, he had 15,000 men he had hired to slaughter everybody else. He had them slaughtered. That's why Friday the 13th even came about in the first place. So he cleaned up after himself so there would be no witnesses. This is the dude who was in charge of the Council of Nicaea, in charge of the Bible. I don't
we're talking about the New Testament, right?
I don't believe.
Old one?
No, the New Testament.
Yeah, the New Testament.
Christianity.
Right. Yeah, that one can't be trusted because it's not all there. It's just. It's like taking a perfectly innocent interview from someone, of anyone, and then just picking out pieces to make it into a narrative of whatever you want.
Yeah, they can choose to glorify or vilify.
From the truth.
Yeah, I know.
And it's totally. It's the most genius control book ever made.
And it has ran its course. We're done with this. We have experienced this every way it can be stretched, reversed, inverted. done backwards. It's been played out. And that is why we are going into the 5D consciousness right now, whether it's this earth healing or this earth shifting paradigms for many of us, or its demise and we're going somewhere else. There's definitely some sort of change going on. I pulled Crocodile, and this is the protection card. I'm just pulling these as we chat and see, because there's always a correlation. In my readings, when I'm talking and I pull a card and I'm like saying the word trust while I pull the trust card, things like that, that you can't make up, and I'm no magician. So it's like total confirmation that we're in the flow of what isness. So if you guys that are watching, I have a ghost watcher. He's always there, and I've had 0 observers for a second here and there, so I know it's not always the case. But if you guys have any question about the shift or opinion about what's happening in 5D consciousness or whatever, feel free to type it in the chat. I just figured out how to turn my chat on because I had it was friendly for kids, and I guess it's not. It was friendly for my kids, but not everybody else's. So 5D consciousness is where this chat is at.
For 5D, I've heard some of those videos that we've shared and whatnot, to where they've mentioned, and we're talking reports from the Pleiades.
Yes.
Told Gossam.
Shane, we have a question from Dylan White. I've recently felt like I have awakened, and do you have any ideas? Well, I think that we are all in the process of awakening, and until we are straight shifted into that crystalline body, we have not awakened. But you are with us and millions of other people, and if you are feeling it and you are aware of it, then it is true. You are there.
Absolutely. And it feels good to know, because I have a very, very optimistic and, vision in my head of a super bright future. I mean, I think about it all the time. It's like,
do you have to wear shades?
I know it's good, and I giggle about it. Because it's like, nobody knows, not a lot of people know the things we're talking about. And to be, awakened. And there's another woke society, but it's, they're trying to say they're woke, the narrative over there.
The cat.
Yes. And so, but on the spiritual level, is what, because we've been suppressed for so long, man.
Oh, yeah. Thousands upon thousands of years.
So long. And that's why my point was, I heard that that's one of the reasons why we get to skip 40 and, if we wanted to, and go to 5D, because we they owe us they owe us a bonus because we had to wait double, triple, quadruple.
Yeah, but so did they. They have been waiting. They've been patiently waiting for us to pull our, thumb out of somewhere and be like, all right, I'm done with this ride. Let's go to the next theme park.
And there's some deal that the Pleiadians have with the evils that are on the planet, that they can't interfere with anything that
free will
evil doing on the planet, correct?
We have soul contracts, and we all know them outside of this little limitation existence that we are experiencing. Part of our awakening is remembering. We know those people. We've known them for thousands of our years, for eons, for infinity. And they know our soul contracts, and they will not interfere. But it does not mean that weird shit does not sometimes take place, such as the dark side trying to intervene.
Yeah, because it's kind of like getting sometimes vague information. When you're like, why can't you just tell me what to do?
Yeah.
So I don't make,
and they're
really
like,
trying. That's what we got to do here. Find out what your purpose here is on Earth, and that's a hard thing to do for most people. to find what your purpose is, right?
Well,
It's
yeah,
hard.
every time that we incarnate, it's to experience it. And if we get a play-by-play going in, we didn't experience shit. We just are walking the path of what we were told, and that's no fun.
Very true. Yeah, that's why we're here on Earth, because we chose that stuff for an assignment, right? To be here, to go through the earthly, plane, and not knowing what the secret of life is, or where earthlings came from, or what am I doing here? Am I making a difference? Am I, or just being lazy or whatever,
Well, I keep being told that we're all perfectly fine where we are, even in our personal screw ups. We are still perfectly doing our perfect selves.
Well, I thought about that too, because what if a soul said, "Oh man, I worked way too hard on the last project. I just want to. Oh yeah, I'll go to Earth and just be somebody who gets stoned all the time and eats pizza and doesn't get a job and lives off the government. Sure, I need a break."
That is that like riding the kiddie ride at the theme park?
I guess I don't know. Maybe
is that the choo-choo train for the four and under?
Well, I heard that there was a lot of souls that really clamored to be on Earth at this time, and whatever place had, for the ascension, awakening, pandemic.
Yeah, because this is supposedly the very last cycle for this planet. Like we are at the finish line right now, and after the ascension, like Gaia's soul is supposed to be leaving this planet. She's done with this, and she's moving on to a fresh shell, a fresh body, fresh experience. And those who are not awakened and not wanting to get on board with love and light and peace are going to stay here and check out with that empty shell of a body. That seems to be what I believe the most, because that is always my go-to without thinking.
Yeah.
I think I'm vibing with that.
I would vibe. I would go with that if you're vibing with it, for sure.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean the same thing's happening for everyone. We're multidimensional.
My optimism is what? You're what?
We are multidimensional, so the potential for different truths for different people and different groups is still an option.
Right, because we're a creator race, and we also have free will. And so that free will really tends to throw wrenches into things. And getting stuck here on Earth is like, if you've heard about like past lives and these things where you're a Roman gladiator or something, and it's like, why does my back always hurt there all the time? And then you find out later or something, do a past life regression session, and find out that you got stabbed there by Achilles himself or something.
You're the one that coined you found his Achilles heel, and he stabbed you for it. So, yeah. Love begins and patience.
I found out, early.
5D, babe.
I got lucky because I thought. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just pulling cards. Keep talking through me.
Oh, I was just saying. Oh God, I forgot what I was saying. Fuck.
All right. Well, I'll just start rambling again, and you can interrupt me.
I told it.
Take another hit.
I lost it. It'll come back though. Yeah. It always does.
No, if I need to interrupt you, I will say your name. Otherwise, just talk over me, because I'm just pulling cards as we go.
Okay.
Because so many of them keep correlating with exactly what we're talking about in the moment. if you guys watching have any questions, feel free to chat one in and we will answer the best we can. Or just have a good talk. Memories of love. We are remembering who we are. That's the biggest aspect of awakening, is remembering who you are. You are an infinite, incredible, perfect being, and you forgot it when you got here. We all did. And now we're remembering, and that's a big part of our awakening. And then coming back into a place of love and appreciation of each other and their differences and coexistence.
You have to. Yep. You have to do it. We have to do it.
Well, I want to. I want it. I crave it.
Yeah.
I want that authenticity. I need that real people in my life. Real love, real relationships. I'm done with agendas and
Yes, I'm totally with you on that personal level for sure. I've gotten there. Yes. Of course. It's great learning, John Lennon songs. I just learned Imagine. Play that one. It's so fun.
Okay. So when I met my friend Jules, my other woke friend I was talking about, her dad and I had just met that day through a mutual friend, and we went to a piano bar in Dallas called Vinyl. And I sang Monday, the blues song, Stormy Monday. And then we had time to do another song, so he just sprung Imagine on me. And as I was singing it, the lyrics penetrated my being in a way that I had never understood it before. And I started crying on stage.
That song is so powerful. What a great story. Thank you for the confirmation on that. But
yes, we do, Dylan.
I was saying that I totally am with you 100% on the personal level. I meant that us as a human race, we have to have it, or else we're good. It's curtains. This is like we're actually in Star Wars, and there's a Death Star looming out there, and we're,
yeah,
Chewbacca's ready to put it, lock it in, Chewie. We're going in.
Wait, I have Chewie.
Great shot, kid.
Oh wait, no, Chewie's asleep. I'm not gonna disturb him. I was about to bring Zephyr out.
Because it's all, it's getting super suspenseful now, and it's like, my target, computer's down. I'm switching to manual. I'm switching to manual. Oh no. Yeah, we're switching to manual right now. Getting ready to,
That's perfect though.
Eyeball.
Fuck this matrix we've been riding in, and let's do this. Let's do this. Let's walk our own path and stop riding on the coattails of previous dogma from fucking thousands of years ago.
Exactly. And so long. I mean, well, ever since when we were talking about it, around the time of, the Watchers, the light people came down, they were all part of the same thing. And that's, Lucifer broke off because he wanted more. And plus they're really horny for the earthling girls. So they wanted to, then plus they wanted to be evil and rule because they were tired of, standing post over the firmament.
This is your...
That's what they were, Lucifer. I think Lucifer, I guess, was one of God's favorite, right? That's what it says in the Bible anyway. I mean, I don't know if these are all true because I wasn't there.
The Bible.
I'm going off a book, so...
Constantine was a
the
jerk.
one book, the very first Bible, is more believable than the one that was, made up and,
read the Dead Sea Scrolls if you want to hear something more authentic.
That whole veil's going to go away. Guess what? It's going to be awesome. It's going to be freaking amazing.
So I found this book back in like 98 called The Children of the Law of One, The Lost Lessons of Atlantis. And that was like, I started...
We're going to learn about those guys. We're finally going to know. Yeah, tell me about it. Sorry, go ahead.
So the premise in there is of course, they're going up into Shambhala and or Shangri-La, Shambhala, up in the Tibetan mountains, where the city is considered to be mystical because it's not experienced or seen by all. You have to kind of be deemed worthy and invited to experience it. And they uncovered many scrolls from the years that Yeshua was gone, from like 13 to 30. There's many missing years that he was up in Tibet studying with the monks, and there's all this incredible papyruses or whatever that were these teachings, and it is so enlightening. I mean, he and Buddha and what is it, like there's 16 total people that were supposedly born of a virgin around winter solstice, who have incarnated over and over. And my take on that is that the planetary alignment lets the spaceships drop people off, and the ascended masters get, because we don't understand dimensionality and time and all that. We're in this little tiny limited construct, and we think we know science. But so Yeshua was immaculately conceived because we all start out at these little teeny tiny orbs of essence of being, and he found a place to become an ascended master, just like so many others have. And I think he was the last one or the most recent one. So if you can look it up.
Oh my God! You know how much this sounds like Star Wars.
Well, okay, so some of the channeling said that if you want to kind of get used to their way of life, to watch Star Wars, and what was the other one with Spock? That was on TV. What was the other one?
Spock is on Netflix or
Spock.
Special or something?
The 30-year running aliens living with Captain Kirk and James Spock and all that. Anyway,
Star Trek.
Thank you. They said Star Trek is a very, and Star Wars both are a very good running to kind of get an idea of what some of their lives are like, and which is kind of disconcerting to me, although it might be boring for everybody to play nice for the rest of infinity. I don't ever want to delve into this 3D shit again, ever, anywhere. I think I'd almost rather be bored than ever have to deal with these kind of assholes again. But a little bit of fun and mystery.
Prisoner in 3D world for far too long.
Yeah, a little bit of fun and mystery.
We were made to create and be awesome, you know. And these freaking ding-wad dipwits, I didn't even cuss that time, totally took us over and brainwashed us, manipulated us, and made us change our DNA and made us think that we were less than nothing, you know. So we wouldn't, you know, we'd always feel down upon ourselves, so we wouldn't produce and move on.
See,
you know,
that's not the story that I have. That's not the story I have. The two brothers
That's not the dream that I have.
Well, I mean, you and I are not supposed to agree on everything. Otherwise, it's a boring ass conversation.
You know,
yeah, I don't want to agree on everything. Who the hell can learn anything and expand if we agree on everything?
Yeah. Oh God, I mean, everybody's got their opinions about such life experiences and beliefs and things, and you have to respect that. And that's what we've all done. My whole life, anyway. We joke around, and there'd be ethnic jokes flying around, and with every ethnic, race that in the room, and it was a fun thing. But that we've all been brought back to that. I don't think. It's propaganda,
coming out of being trapped in fear.
To create more racism. It's another way for them to control us. I mean,
separate us.
So much, though.
Because there's power in numbers.
Religion, the banks. I mean, everything that's been thrown at us is absolutely horrendous. And so you can't hold us down because we are light people, light humans. We are creators. You know, there's got to be some truth to those old writings. Why did they hide the Dead Sea Scrolls? Because they didn't want people to know the truth. And now we get to.
Yeah, but there are older texts than that.
I mean,
there are older texts than that around the world.
And you're like going, I knew it. Oh my gosh, you're kidding. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a lot of that coming in the near future. You know.
Moving on.
It's going to be exciting next year for sure. Moving on. I mean, all the way to space, all the way to religion, all the way to wars, all the way to everything. Entertainment, mind control, all of it. The horrifics of true evil hell entities that were they're gone.
Red.
And you know what? You were talking about Friday the 13th just a while back there. Earlier in the podcast.
Constantine hiring the Knights Templar.
This last
then killing them.
On one of the channels, there was
interesting. The Vesica Pisces card came out.
A huge announcement about how this last Friday the 13th, just last week, was the day, the last Friday the 13th, and it was the day that broke the Friday the 13th curse and is no more.
That's par for the course.
I'll send you that video.
Yeah, I want to hear it. Totally send me that.
Did you hear
No.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
No.
No?
Send it to me.
Okay, I'll send it to you. It's really.
Oh, I got moving on again.
I'll send it to you because it's really quite phenomenal.
No, I mean, not even hearing the video. That's
the thing that
makes so much sense. Of course, the curses would be broken because we're demolishing the old 3D paradigm. Out with the old, man. Out with the old and in with the new. So did you check out the QHHT channelers that I sent you earlier this evening?
I started and then I just got home from the woods, so
Winter's
I'm going to check them out.
A simple no will suffice, Betty.
Yeah.
So they're very
they're more. They're a little less. They're a little less hard. They're a little easier, a little less harsh, or whatever.
Well, the channel that I've been listening to, which is a Conversations with Heaven on Earth, they're the only ones that I have found in all my studies that are saying, if you're not on board by December 21st, your ass is left here to fend for yourself and recycle back in the source after dying a horrible death. They're the only ones that are saying that. Every other QHHT is all talking about coming into 5D and the new Earth, but they're not saying anything about the doom and the gloom. And it's all possible. The potential for any of it is open right now. You got a Gallagher thing going on right now, bro.
Well, it is super important to.
So Winters.
We got a Gallagher thing going.
Okay, I pulled the Winters in. It's rebirth, the rebirth and the regeneration. Isn't this a beautiful card? She's so lovely, the divine feminine. Hey, Smokey, check out this card. It's Winter's In, which is rebirth and regeneration.
Well, you know, this is the rebirth of women, of femininity. You know, it's it was just fantastic because
the balance.
It's been, women have been suppressed for so long. It's this is a whole boom. Actually, you're more powerful beings and.
I mean,
everybody told you
when paganism and I want to say hermeticism, but I'm not going to shoot names off the hip right now because I don't want to be incorrect. But during the time of the pagans, it was femininity, and that was right before the Constantine Christianity situation, which the masculine took over. They both were crazy. They need each other, and they need the balance. And that's what the golden
Right.
age is, the balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Finding
Exactly.
balance.
You know, absolute craziness was going on the planet then. And what happened? There was a flood.
There was a flood at one point, and that's scientifically proven.
Well, I mean, knocked everything out, you know, killed everybody.
Well, there's been a couple of ice ages. There's been meteors hitting the Earth's surface. Supposedly, that's what took out the dinosaurs. So this is not the first time the Earth has cleansed and purified.
Oh, see, there's another super exciting thing about, you know, Ascension, Earth 5D 2020, and beyond forever.
I'm going to let you talk to the stream. My dog has to pee.
Go ahead.
Keep going, chat with them. My dog needs to pee.
Yeah. No, I totally forgot what I was saying.
You said that was the exciting part of the Ascension, the Earth recycling, and you were going to... Oh, okay.
I'll think of it. I'm going to grab a cup of tea, so I'll be right back. I'm still here, okay? Yeah. Getting a cup of tea.
Intermission. Mind hurrying up? Ready? Cutest dog. Oh, Sam, cutest dog. Sam, cutest dog ever. Okay. Hey, look. Yeah, this is the baby Chewbacca. All right. So, the Earth has cleansed itself many times before, and this goes to different rabbit holes, like the Mayan end count of that calendar. It's the time for another 250,000 year cycle, or 26,000 year cycle. And then the Earth does this time and time again. Okay, that was crazy. I pulled these twice. I shuffled and pulled them again. The new beginning, the Ace of Wands, the unexpected event, opportunity or meeting, releasing the past to allow the new, releasing the old paradigm to allow the new one to come in. The plans are taking shape. Plans are taking shape. New Earth. What's it going to be? Is there a deadline? Are those of us who are not quite on board on the 21st of December, are we just SOL? Or is there a potentiality for us to continue to awaken even after the ascension has taken place? And is that going to be a conscious shift, a paradigm shift, or a real shift where the woke go to another planet? Because all these different potentials seem to be rattling the internet right now. And I pulled the World card. Oh, the World card and the Death card right under it. Difficult transformation. I mean, yeah, you're right on that. The difficult transformation. So, while you were gone, I was bringing up the options.
On the I heard you there.
Okay, good.
I got you on the PA system.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
You're super loud in my.
I'm super loud everywhere all the time. I have never controlled my diaphragm.
The speakers back there, there's one over there and there's one over there, and they're both 600 watts. So
you got me on
super
surround sound.
Loud.
I'm so sorry that you had to hear that. So, yeah, we have these different potentials going on of what's going to happen. And I did a dedicated reading earlier with a bunch of angel cards that I haven't pulled out in a couple of years. And
cool.
It was inconclusive, so I'm going to keep going. It really came out over and over of that we're creating our own reality, and what it's the collective focus is going to be the outcomes, but there can be groups within the collective, so collective groups that are focusing on different outcomes, and those truths being very nice, being true for those groups may not be true for the whole. So there's all these scenarios of what's really going on. Is there a way to know? Is that the only one single truth for everyone? Do you care? I am sort of obsessed with it. I want to know. Okay, so a little background here. When I was 13, I had this vision of light and a beginning and an end, and knowing there was a semblance of death and rebirth. I'm 13 years old when this vision hit me. And I gave all these excuses, these fear-based excuses of, I want to experience sex. I want to have love. I want to travel. I want to do this. I want to do that. And all these different reasons that I gave and excuses I gave not to experience it went on to be variations of life lessons and experiences for me. It was like I rewrote my script right there. And apparently I was supposed to have remembered and not given all that resistance, because when I did, I don't know if I got a walk-in or what, but I rewrote my script. Everything was different. My relationships with everything changed. Everything was different. None of my friends wanted to smoke with me anymore, because aside from a few laughs, all I wanted to talk about was that. What's really going on? And nobody was talking about it in 1983. They weren't.
Only punk rockers, and, all the skaters that I used to hang out with.
Yeah. Aww.
I mean, we talked about, but it's like,
shout out to Perry.
That was, yeah. I mean, that was like Bill Cooper stuff back then. That's all we had. I don't know if you had those, but to know anything that was going on, and he did,
Alan Watts, and he was more philosophical than he was Terrence McKenna, but still nobody was. And there was, I mean, I have uncovered work since then that was in existence around then. David Icke has been on this since the 80s. William Henry, same. Hi, Gina. We have a friend named. Do you have any questions or comments or thoughts about the shift, Gina? What are psychonauts? People who understand that the universe works from within outward and are willing to do that inner work and that reflection to understand what's going on the outside world and our outer experiences. That's my definition of a psychonaut. Would you concur, Shane?
I would totally concur.
Okay. We don't agree on everything.
Sorry, you got me in the middle of a meditation thing there. Woo, I came out of it and was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I did. Sorry, totally missed what you said. I'm sorry.
Gina asked what psychonauts are, but yeah, good enough. We don't agree on everything, so we'll just let that go.
I just did.
So, yeah, no. Well, I
actually, you don't know. You got bad audio.
I have bad audio.
You're cutting it out. Well, just for a second there, and I missed the whole thing.
Oh, okay. So the name of this live chat says something to the effect of chats between fellow psychonauts. And Gina came on and asked what a psychonaut was. And so I explained it, and you pretended to agree. And Gina is a fellow psychonaut. She loved and resonates with the explanation, the definition, and we got fellow travelers.
What's your definition of psychonaut?
People willing to look inward to understand what's going on out. Well, if you would stop yammering, I would say it. It's people who are willing to look within to understand the world outside of them. To understand the universe, you have to first understand yourself. Okay. So I got the Ace of Cups, new beginning, new opulence, beautiful, abundant, incredible, and reviving dormant gifts. So this is something I've seen repeatedly in all the information that's circling the internet, is that as we become 5D crystalline versions of ourselves, we will be unlocking dormant gifts. And it'll be like children at Christmas finding out all these new ways to play with our toys.
I mean, even that is so amazing. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked.
There's so many cool things to look forward to. I'm so excited. I don't know why. Oh God. Oh.
Yeah. So I
express my excitement all the time. But people they don't get it.
Hey, you're spreading joy. Who cares what the reason is? You're spreading joy. It's contagious.
Totally. Oh yeah, I've been a joy spreader since birth. I was a natural born joy spreader.
I haven't known him since birth, but I have known him since he was a young buck, and that is true. He's always been a happy camper in the room. So his sister was one of my best friends in junior high, and somehow we bonded over the years since then. I don't even know how we stayed in contact or got back in contact. It just happened, and we vibing. My brother from another mother.
She's my sister from another mister.
Faux show. And I saw a tree and many pink diamonds under it. Was this in a dream or a vision, or where did you see this? Where'd you have this, Gina? It was a vision. Yeah, it was a vision. She saw a tree with a bunch of pink diamonds under it. Okay, so the color pink has been all around me for the last 24 hours. Somebody talking about pink being a very dominant, like a pastel rainbow, a luminescent, everything on the new earth when they were doing QHHT channelings. Pink diamonds under a tree. Do you know what kind of tree it was? Was it big? I mean, because what a cool vision. That's a beautiful vision to have. That's total opulence. Was it the elder tree? And the diamonds were super big. I love that. It's like taking you through the vortex. Like, were they to share or just to observe or just to stand there and like bask in its beauty? Are you with us, Shane? Gina had a vision of the elder tree.
I am.
Okay. With huge diamonds under it. That's so beautiful. I all I can think of is opulence.
Yeah, it's like super happy champagne party, and even in the morning with mimosas and pink mimosas and pink flamingos and diamonds cascading over waterfalls, and people, you go and touch the diamond, and it's like acid for something that makes you ascend even higher. It's all about love and it's excitement, love, admiration. That's what I've been seeing. That's all.
Well, I love that it's the elder tree. So that's like ancients, the beginning, so much information like coding stored in our DNA. I mean, that ancient elder tree bestowing gifts of opulence. That's dope.
Wow.
Yeah. So is your family, Gina, is your family, are your ancients, you have ancestors that are indigenous or tribal? She thinks the diamonds stand for the rainbow. Rainbow light, frequency, light energy, rainbow.
That's so amazing because diamond's an amazing crystal. It's got everything. And pink diamonds, well, there you have it. That's a sign right there.
Her mother is Moroccan and her father is German. And the Black Forest is very mystical in Germany. And of course, Morocco is very mystical.
To help soften the ascension process, a new, pink diamonds frequency needed to broadcast this frequency of love.
Love.
Totally. Yeah, I can see it, man. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, bright future. And I believe that totally.
Yeah. I mean, I am overall excited. I just want to clear up some of these conspiracies and whatnot.
New truths like, oh shit. Here, I lost you for a second.
Yeah.
Video. Oh, there I am. Whoa. Okay.
Oh, you were big for a second. Have you been to the Black Forest, Gina? She lives in Germany. And her mom has told her many, many stories. Yeah, I have dreams that I was a princess in Morocco 1,000 years ago. When I went to do shrooms by myself in Austin at Enchanted Rock, I was a Persian princess. Persia, no. And I got to ride in an actual golden chariot, not a UFO, but a golden chariot. And there were gems and tapestries and lush, incredible riches all around me while I was shrooming. And when I opened my eyes, it was all gone, and it was so weird. I closed my eyes again, and the puzzle began. It was like the inner workings of a clock, all the mechanisms. They started turning, and then the movie started back up. Pretty much where I had left off. That was the first. That was cool. But it is fascinating for Shane, do you have any old, ancient, places you have some sort of remembrance of, whether you've been there or not, some sort of deep connection with somewhere or a culture?
I don't. That's why I find it fascinating that you were able to figure out that you are from out there, and you're just going, no. I mean, that's an amazing thing. That's probably the best thing I knew that's going to be, oh my God.
So it's helpful to you that I remember. I vaguely remember. I don't even fully remember. I vaguely remember.
Or something. You're going home with the Pleiadians or the Arcturians. I think you said you think you're the Pleiadian. And I associate the Pleiadians with you. And I thought about it. Like,
you go first, trash bag.
It would be so awesome. It was like, okay, here it is, the ascension. 1, 2, 3, ascent.
Yeah. How's it gonna go?
I mean, I want to do that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, ascend. You know, and everybody do it at the same time and see what happens.
See if we can
I wonder
bail.
if we can get the countdown to ascension. It'll be a thing, like New Year's Eve. We have to get everybody on the planet to say, 3, 2, 1, ascend. Oh, in unison. That doesn't have to be the slogan either.
Ascend.
But I imagined it, and I saw you like leave your body, and then like you became this orb, super glowing blue, like you Thor is your husband, or something, or your brother or something. He's in your family for sure. And you had blonde hair.
Blonde hair?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my hair has been all over the place.
That was my vision of your ascension. You went home to your soul family after doing that you had to do here or something. Yeah. You went through this so you could show people, maybe make a difference, or something. I don't want to get into everything personal you told me, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. I don't care. You can share whatever. I'm not worried.
Oh no, I was just saying, this is gonna be the ascension's gonna be great, but it kind of, you get anxious and visualize, and there's going to be something totally grand, the solar flash. We're all going to be hypnotized. And really the solar flash, the solar flare, or whatever you will, is like one of those blinky thingies that they showed us on Men in Black. You're looking at here, ba-ding,
Gina said that, I haven't done, well, I guess I have astral projected, but not at will. She has seen her light body. Now, do you have lucid dreams, Gina? Is that like dreams that you're aware of yourself in? You're not just dreaming and forget. Like you clearly know you were in your dream and remember everything about it. She said she saw her light body.
Oh my God, she opened the floodgates. Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she saw her third eye open in the mirror.
What?
She saw her third eye open in the mirror. What did your third eye look like, Gina? I wish I could bring her in on the screen.
Yeah, how do we do that? Add a person to the call? Can we do that?
I have no idea.
No. Let me. I don't know. Let me look here.
Let's see.
Okay.
I'll probably screw up and accidentally
video.
end it.
Video. How do I do this here? Watch together. Browse. Video.
Oh, that's beautiful. She can see her heart chakra in the mirror as well.
Oh, well, she's getting all this cool signs.
I know.
Your third eye open so you can accept the white healing light that's supposed to go into your heart and just like radiate ultra love. Bam, that's what she's doing. Boom, her dream said, right?
Yeah.
I mean, said that. I don't think. Well, I can't do that. Wait a minute.
Are you trying to video the video?
No.
So can you explain?
I was trying to add somebody.
What did it look like? What did it look like? Gina? What did your heart chakra look like when it expanded? Was it like a color tetrahedron or? Thank you. You're a dork. Oh, it was, well, yeah, it is green. Yeah. Thanks, Shane. So I had a reading from this lovely woman in Peru a few weeks ago, and she told me my chakras were not round or that Merkabic shape like most people. She said my chakras were like pyramids or diamonds, that they were not at all round. Isn't that trippy? And I have triangular markings all over my body, whether it's in freckles or scars. So there's something very triangle about me.
Wow. That's totally trips. Oh my God. You have all sorts of fun things on this deal.
Yeah, if your heart chakra's lit up, Gina, I bet you are an emotional person. I'm assuming an empath, right? Sorry, Shane, you're a dork. Yeah.
This is so fun. Yeah, you guys go ahead. It's super interesting.
A shaman. I'm sorry, he got too high. Do you? I love that you got to visit a shaman. Was it in ceremony, Gina? I'm sure English is like her third or fourth language. She lives in Germany and her mother is Moroccan. So you may take all the time in the world to type.
Hi, Gina. Hello. 2 Ginas on the line. Wow.
Right.
What a trip, man. That's pretty rare, don't you think?
Yeah. Gina and Gina. I tried to be a Gina. I was not a Gina. I was a Jenna. The pervs come out at this time. I'm blocking one pervy comment after another.
You got a pervy comment?
I've had a couple, two different dudes. Idiots. Oh, that's okay. She said that's not her name. That's just her online, her YouTube name. My high friend. So this has been a good chat. We've been going on an hour and 20 minutes. I don't know.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to cover. We will do this again. I mean, I think the closer it gets, if physical signs from around the world has literally started to be visual on an undeniable basis, we will be doing this more frequently just to keep our sanity and maybe help some of you do the same. The shaman has a
I'm definitely doing the same.
Selling crystals, and I go there sometimes and we talk. That's awesome. I'm glad you have that connection to be able to talk that. I had one of those when I lived in Albuquerque. There was this great place called the Crystal Dove, and she too was from Germany, and she was this just incredible, beautiful, elder, wise woman, like I don't know if she was a healer, a priestess. She was so incredible. She would play the crystal bowls and take us through ceremony. And I miss having that. That place would ground me, and it was someone I could actually go to and get questions answered, which is so rare nowadays. Google and YouTube are obsolete.
That's so exciting, right? Gosh, all that. It's so exciting.
It is exciting. You know, I'm thrilled to be experiencing some of the crazy things that I'm experiencing. The readings I've heard in the last couple of days have basically said the more you're experiencing stuff like this is that you are actually beginning to fluctuate between the 3 and the 5. And it was one of those that I sent you also talks about it. It's where it's the female doing the reading. She has such a soothing voice. It's a beautiful way to like end your day and lay back and listen to it. So soothing and relaxing and positive. But she talks about how you realize yourself into the 5D until it becomes your actual reality. So we may not get on a spaceship and go somewhere, but we paradigm shift as we realize ourselves into the 5th dimension, and we can fluctuate back and forth as long as it takes us to become comfortable with it. And then once we are fully emerged or submerged into 5D reality, and we no longer come here. But that there's no time restraint. There is no deadline. It isn't December the 21st. It's a natural occurring thing. And that's the consensus across the board. Only the conversations with Heaven on Earth say that December 21st is it that I've found so far. I mean, there's some doomsdayers that talk about it, but as far as QHT channelings, their channel is the one that insists it's December 21st. But we've been hearing that date for eons.
Yes. It's so strange, though. It's so strange. Winter solstice. It's so great. It's going to be the day. Who'd have thunk? I'm so excited. I can't even, all we have to do is try to, get ready until then, which is fork out, broadcast love as much as we can, absolutely all day long. Go for it. I mean, I could do it easy because that's who my mother is, and she, I was raised a, total mama's boy for sure, and I can't help it because it feels good, All right. That's what we have to do right now. It's hard to do.
Yeah. My kids always said I was a better dad. I think I was trying so hard to make up for them not having a dad around that I was more of a dad than a mom.
Yeah. And like you said, we need this. We live this. We've wanted this. We've asked about, we've questioned it. We've found out why our eyes were open. The veil was lifted, and part of the chosen few to know it beforehand, because general public, they just tell you you're crazy right now. Or they tell me stuff when I talk about any of this kind of stuff.
Well, that may be the 144,000.
I mean, epic biblical topics you could ever, it's either our demise or we're going down. But no way, Earth wins, because, hey, somehow
the light wins.
As a collective,
the light wins.
We all pass the test for, whoever's running the, game at the top.
Well,
at the top, you know what I mean?
It's a collective. Yeah.
Going to all these, it's set up like a video game, it's just all,
That's an excellent.
We're leveling up, so now we get to be these kind of interdimensional beings.
We have collected enough coins and passed enough stops and goes, and we have elevated to the next level of the game.
Yes.
Actually, we finished this game. It's like when Pac-Man had turned into Mrs. Pac-Man and evolved into an entirely new game. We have literally finished this game. We're not even going next level in this game unless it's the game of video games in its entirety. We are next level.
Confirmation right now.
We got the chariot. I pulled the chariot, which is the yes card. And the Hanged Man. Yes, this is so cool. We are in Hangman mode, and the Chariot, Chariot is movement forward and a big yes. We are transcending. We are evolving. We have graduated. Yay us. Pat ourselves on the back. Give ourselves a hug. Love ourselves.
Also,
love each other.
And we were made to be creators, and we've been suppressed for so long, and that's another big ticket item on the docket with in the whole scope of descending, that our veil will be dropped and will be shown.
Seeing things differently.
All the biggest questions of life.
Mm-hmm.
Where did we come from? Who am I? What am I doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Reading. Everybody asks themselves, and it comes down to the simplest things, and that's it. And so we finally get to find out, and we're living in this time, and it's like.
So as we go into the 5D, everybody doesn't arrive at the same level. There are probably many of the people who were awake and aware during this, prior to the shift. There are different levels. And it's, again, like the video game where you unlock certain possibilities, or I was going to say weapons, but I don't want to say that.
You know what? I envision it's like 1, 2, 3, ascend. Level complete. And then we're stepping through a portal, and here we are.
Which would be awesome. Or we're boarding onto a saucer, like some massive mothership. That's also a possibility.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you step on, it's like, oh my God.
One of the QHHTs was talking about how mermaids are real, and there are planets where mermaids and Pleiadians live together, and not all the mermaids are very nice. And it was a past life regression. It was a past life regression therapy session, and it was her life on another planet. It was so dope. She cried because she saw her parents and she missed them. She was
a mermaid?
No, she
lived there with them.
She had been orphaned from the planetary demise, and the Pleiadians took her in. And when they got to their planet, she grew up playing with mermaids and hanging out with them in the kingdom or whatever it is. And she said not all of them were very nice, but a lot of them were very nice. She was talking about how she had no hair, and she was green or blue, and she had fat round toes with no toenails and really big eyes.
Because she was odd looking to the Pleiadians?
No, there was a bunch of different beings that lived amongst, that were like their guests or had moved there. They have taken in a lot of beings who were orphaned, so to speak. No, that they just in general didn't want to deal with anything that wasn't a mermaid. But that they're not called mermaids at all, or mermen. They were I'm trying. They were Aquafarians.
Atlanteans. We're all Atlanteans, right?
Hey,
some form or another.
Yeah.
But we all have that going for us.
Okay, so
we have that same DNA strand that's all in common.
No, we all need to take a break here and there. She's Shane. She's saying she was trying to bring the light into the world, but that she's needed to take a pause. And I totally get that. I will binge an entire series of some show just to numb my brain, because this is heavy and it's a lot of work, and you got to take that beat, take a step back and just be human. And even in all the readings and channelings, they say the same thing. Don't forget to continue living your 3D human life, because this is it. This is the end of it. So enjoy this last run that you have. And what a blessing to know that you have time to do things you haven't done, or take time to just make music and smoke bud and hang with family. You know, it's all beautiful. It's all relevant. Oh, yeah. Good. I'm glad your mama talks to you like this. I miss chats with my mom, but I have a feeling I will see her again in some sort of way.
That last one was the lion from Chatting with Mom.
That she was saying her mother talks to her like this. The way we're chatting right now, she has these chats with her mom. Yeah, you got to focus on life. We all know there's 5D coming in. We all know that we're transcending, but it does not mean to stop living, because this is your very last run as a 3D dense physical being. You know, live it to the last freaking breath, the last second. Live it.
Live it all the way.
Love it. Live it. Live your life.
All you can say. 3, 2, 1.
Ascend.
Ascend. Level complete. Walk through the portal.
Oh my God. So I was just thinking, because, you know, a couple of weeks ago, I was looking at the glimmer that turned into a portal on my wall.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Okay. So in all these.
Got one built in. Yeah, they sent it to you in advance, you know.
This morning was the very first time it even dawned on me that I could have possibly went through it.
Yeah, that's.
I didn't even think to try.
Sure you could probably just do it right now.
I didn't even think to try, man. And
okay, whatever you do it, just film yourself doing it, and then just go do it.
Oh, well, okay. So I know that's a door, and doors have been a thing.
We'll have to throw a party, you know.
See, she saw a door too. But she decided not to go through it as well. Hey, Jim Morrison knew what he was talking about back in the day. He was the doors, man. He was talking about the doors, the portal.
Yes, believes for all the way down to her bone, you know, that she has a portal in her closet.
Who does?
My little sister.
Who? Yeah, they cut out. Rainy?
Yes.
Oh, oh, wow. Yeah, no, it cut out. It didn't say who you saw or who said.
That's about the portal in her closet.
That's wild.
Sometimes it's open, it's not. And the portal followed her to a new house.
Oh, so it's a thing strictly connected to her, not the home. That's fascinating.
Yeah, no, yeah, she's connected out there. In fact. That was my saving grace when I was there doing, you know, the remodel and whatnot and getting her house ready to get out of there.
Have somebody to talk to.
Yeah, we'd go through everything. She's awesome. She has astrological readings that I came home with a stack of papers about myself, you know. This is why you do this, Shane. This is why you do this. This is why you do this. Wow. If you ever wonder why you did this is why. And, you know, exact time and precise astrological calculations and time, and you know, all, you know, everything laid out of when I was born, the exact you know, location with the sun to the axis of this and, you know, that. It was a very extensive report about, you know.
It was a very extensive report.
Well, in an astrological numerology, and then she did a whole thing about, I got to go back through it. It wasn't anything that was, you know, it was all about numbers,
your house.
The day I was born, how many and how many letters in my name. You know, and that makes you think. It's like, well, then if this is true, astrology, numerology, and
numerology.
So, if that's all true, then yes, we do. It's all a matrix.
The Kabbalah is all about numerology. They planned Wall Street of all things around numerology. It's got a firm basis or foundation behind it for people who utilize it in their lives and for success.
It's questions like that will get answered. Is numerology right? Is this right? Or is this whose theories are right? Or we finally get to figure that out. So Plato,
can you imagine finally being able to remember the answers to all these questions when we are back in our higher, merged with our higher selves, and are remembering our origins, remembering our infinity, remembering our connections from thousands of years? Can you imagine that?
It's going to be, it's going to be a mind. Okay, what was that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Total recall. But it would be so glorious because you'll remember everything all at once, and it'll be like an infinity cosmic reload orgasm in your mind.
Is that what it'll be?
I mean, it would probably go orgasm in your mind. It would probably go on for at least 2 weeks.
At least 2 weeks. It'll throw you against the wall.
It would probably be one of those things that would last forever because it's like, this is where I come from. I'm me now. Me. Let me introduce myself to me. You are me. You're introducing yourself to yourself at a higher self.
True. I'm trying to type around all this crap while I'm talking, and it's we will figure out a better system as we go. This was a total last minute. Hey, let's chit chat online. And until we find out what software to use so we can do a live split screen and whatnot, this was the idea. This is what worked for spur of the moment.
Word's got to get out, and it's got to get out fast, and we got to put it out there, and it's really simple, really, and that is to get love in your heart, let it take it all over.
Love each other, man.
Penetrate that. You know what I mean? It's really all about love. We have to. We need it. We are it.
Love is all you need. Love and a puppy dog.
Everybody, all you need is love. All together now.
I was about to sing the Get Together Now. Smile on your brother. Everybody, get together. Try to love one another right now. But yes, the Beatles, they knew.
Right. But, the Beatles, who did Smile on Your Brother? Was that Norton Buffalo, or was that Crosby, Stills and Nash?
The one I was just singing, the Elders.
Yeah. I think that was Crazy Horse. Neil Young and Crazy Horse, or was it? I don't know. I'd have to Shazam it.
The Elders. Oh, I know.
Are you looking it up? Awesome.
No, I am not, because my phone is right here and my computer is right there. So.
It was a Southern California band back then, the Byrds, it's like in that era, a little further back, maybe forward to 70s.
Mm-hmm. And you're wanting to know
like
this.
The late Vietnam song. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother, everybody gets together. Try to love one another right now. Right now.
So that's another thing. Screen sharing should be a possibility on here. Yeah, we've got. I got to look up how to find that whole Youngbloods. It's the Youngbloods.
The Youngbloods.
Yeah.
Anyway,
1969. The Youngbloods.
The Beatles did the other one. They're that we were talking about.
Yeah, that you started singing. I interrupted with my song. All right.
What was the Beatles song again?
Love, love.
Imagine all the people.
Okay, that's John Lennon.
Today.
Not the Beatles. Solo project. Love, love, love. That's the Beatles song. Love, love, love. Da, 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 love, love.
Love.
Nothing you can see that can't be sung. Nothing you can do that can't be done.
Dun, 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 dun.
You learn how to play the game, it's easy. All you need is love. Wah-ba-da-da. All you need is love. Love. All you need is love. All you need. Yep.
Love is all.
Love is all you need. I am dyslexic.
That's all you need. I mean,
love is
so
all
simple.
you need.
I mean, it's so simple.
I'm a dyslexic singer. All right, man. Well, let's call it. It's 1:41. We've been at it for a minute. This was a good first chat, a good first try, and we'll try to up the professionalism and the quality of the video and the screen share and the split screen and the callers. We'll work on that, right?
Oh, totally. And maybe think about releasing this out there or just keeping it out there and keep on promoting this first little episode thing because it's good. It turned out pretty raw and totally real, totally authentic. I feel good about it.
Yeah, for sure. I'll shoot you the.
It'll get better. So I'm sure you know some better technological outlets on streaming and the production quality and demands that we're looking for, which is split screen is very important. Those other things you're talking about also that would be important for that.
I mean, using Zoom and all that, it's just it won't. You can't do it live. I don't think. If you can do Zoom live, then problem solved. But yeah, I know there's some platforms that you can do it through. So I'll check it out.
Yeah, that's a question too. Do you want to do a show, an edited show, or you just want to do live show? Because I'm up for both, really. I mean, however it gets done, it could be both, It doesn't have to be live all the time. Sometimes we want to make a special on a specific topic,
Yeah.
For a little 15-minute bam, you know what I mean?
Yeah, something straight focused.
Because we could take little snippets out of anything that we've said today and make those into little videos. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that was fun.
Yeah.
I'm just drinking tea now. And I really am excited. It's great. I'm really
Oh.
It was.
Well, it's really beautiful chatting with you. Love you so much. You guys have a wonderful evening. And click subscribe or whatever and click on the bell if you want to be notified when we do this next. But we will be doing it again soon. Maybe once a week or something after we've figured some stuff out and choose a topic. And yeah, keep it like half hour or something.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it felt good. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Love you. Bye.
Peace.